Lions Cricket was named a Sports Organisation of the Year at the Sports Industry Awards following a season in which the Pride brought their best in everything they touched. The franchise successfully hunted down 7 trophies while declaring handsome financials to its shareholders. Amongst other success stories, the Lions men's side retained the CSA One-Day Cup trophy for a 3rd consecutive year, while the women's won the 2022-23 CSA T20 competition. Lions CEO Jono Leaf Wright joins us to talk about the successful season at the Bull Ring. Jono, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invite. It's always great chatting to you and chatting to all your viewers.
I guess, congratulations once again on winning this award at the sports industry. Just tell us what it means from your perspective as the chief executive at the Lions.
Yeah, it's such a proud moment for our partners, our fans, our clubs, our schools, and every single person that plays such a critical role in the success of Lions Cricket. Certainly when the award was done at the Hollywood Sports Industry Awards, it was a real celebration. It was a goosebump moment because it really was a culmination of such hard work by everybody, whether it was within the boundary ropes or outside of it. We've always strived to not only produce these great cricketers on the field as Lions Cricket, but also great humans outside of the boundary ropes that can impact lives and change lives. And we believe we've successfully done that. We've stuck to our values as a brand. We've stuck to our values as human beings, and certainly acquired great partners and great fans and great friends along the way. There'll also be a report soon that Lions Cricket stats tell you is the most favorite cricket brand in the country. So we're looking forward to celebrating that soon as well.
How would you say, or what would you say, Jono, was the key to being successful, especially if you look at the COVID years that really put down a lot of sporting events and sporting codes?
Yeah, I joined Lions Cricket in October 2019, and 5 months later, COVID hit. I had a vision with the board at the time to really redesign Lions Cricket. I suppose COVID ensured that we pivoted and accelerated that process quicker than probably what was initially intended. But it forced us into doing things quickly and actioning things quickly. And thank goodness we acquired some great partners. As you know, the DP World Wanderers is no longer just a cricket stadium, but rather a stadium that cricket's played in the golden triangle of retail in Africa that links Sandton, Rosebank, and Melrose Arch. Pre-COVID, we had about 60 people that used the stadium daily, of which 85% of those were staff members. Today, we've got over 1,000 people that enjoy the Wanderers daily. We've got a yoga studio, we've got retail centers, and we've got permanent tenants on site that use the stadium as their day-to-day office space. So certainly energy is within the brand. And if you look at the Deodora Josie Cup, we launched 2 seasons ago as a winter competition. We stretched the club cricket league. And in year 1, we had 1,200 people join. Year 2, 1,800. And we're looking forward in 2024 for more to join the Deodora Josie Cup. And you spoke about those 7 trophies. Certainly a celebration of the 3rd consecutive year of our men's side winning the One-Day Cup. Our women's team won the CSA T20. But certainly for us, some very proud achievements was our Lions blind and deaf teams winning and becoming national champions. Our Jeppe School for Girls going to win the National Schools Champs. And then our South Hub program winning the National Hub competition. And that's a culmination of our Township Hub program in the South doing so well. So all in all, just a celebration from grassroots to great, from our professional side right down to our Cubs and across the ecosystem of Lions Cricket, just one thing after the next that we got to enjoy. And we also, little things like launching the Better Man feeding program with some support by organizations where we got to feed some hungry stomachs and ensured that they were able to play cricket and perform on a leveling playing field. And there's so many other things, if we had more time, that I'd love to unpack with you. But certainly within the boundary ropes and outside of it, we've really made a concerted effort to make meaningful change and impact lives and understand that we are a cricket union that extends way beyond the cricket stadium or the DP World Wanderers Stadium. We're there to impact lives, and we're there to use the influencing brand and voices of Lions Cricket to unify and make meaningful change in society as we build our province and our country.
I want to go back and touch on the deaf cricket and blind cricket. You and I have spoken a couple of times around that. How important is it for a franchise like yourself to be involved in these 2 events?
Yeah, it's just so important. I mean, we've driven a strong sense of diversity and inclusivity, a strong brand for transformation. I mean, we moved our level 4B status down to level 2 through some meaningful change as well. So the blind and deaf teams really signify what's possible. And what they've got now is a family that they feel a sense of belonging with. And I'm not sure if you saw in the media, but 2 days ago, DP World, our naming rights partner for the stadium and for our professional men's and women's team, have taken on the Lions blind and deaf teams as well. And they're now known as the DP World Lions, which is so magnificent for them and for us. And also all of our partners that are part of the Lions family have really embraced that diversity and that inclusivity, from the women's game to the blind cricket team to deaf cricket team. I mean, we've opened 17 libraries with DP World. We've opened early learning centers with Enza Construction in Soweto. So all around, our partners have really aligned with us on creating impact outside and understanding the importance of teams like the blind and deaf teams, and making sure that they feel really part of this beautiful Lions family.
You've also recorded your best financial results in the last 10 years. I mean, what would you credit this to?
Yeah, it's really the diversification strategy and the fact that the greatest asset that sits within Lions Cricket, the DP World Wanderers, is not just a cricket stadium used 6 or 7 or 8 times a year for cricket, but really multi-purposed. I mean, we've held some magnificent events over recent times. We no longer are just this cricket stadium, as I say. And as I mentioned earlier, pre-COVID, we had 60 people use the stadium. And today we enjoy every day over 1,000 coming in and out of those booms of the stadium. So certainly it's the way we've redesigned the business, the way we understand that whilst cricket will always be our core, and any cent that we make in cricket needs to be invested back into developing the game at school level, at club level, within our hub and township programs, and giving more players opportunities to succeed. We can only do that if we understand we're in the business of cricket. We're not just the custodians of cricket. And I believe we've now transformed what was really a brand that was the custodian of the game into a brand that understands that we're in the business of the game. And if we're a more successful business, we're going to be allowed to reinvest the money we make back into growing and developing the game on all levels. And we've certainly achieved that over and over again, and look forward to celebrating more of those successes in the weeks, months, and years ahead.
Let's touch a little bit on the playing field. I mean, you also have coaches like Alan Donald and Russell Domingo. How much of a role do they play in just making sure that the franchise performs well across all levels, as you've just mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Enoch Inkwe was the turnaround man for Lions Cricket some years ago, and he's now sitting as director of cricket. We then had Wandile Gwabu that succeeded him, and he's been taken up to the Proteas as one of their key staff and management. And succeeding Wandile was Russell Domingo, a former Protea coach, former franchise and international coach with incredible experience. And joining his team is Alan Donald, Hashim Amla, with some of Wandile Gwabu's existing staff, and Nandile Charlie, Jimmy Khamadi, and others. And we've got a very strong women's coaching staff as well. We were the first union to appoint a strength and conditioning coach, physiotherapist for the women's game, even when they were, in inverted commas, classified as amateur. We took a decision as a union that we wanted to professionalize them, and thank goodness this season they have been professionalized. So certainly we've brought on the best. We've made sure that we've recruited in a way that was intentional to make sure that Lions Cricket can continue to lead the way, because we believe a strong Lions Cricket is a strong Proteas system, and we believe in the things that we do on the field and off it will continue to strengthen brand cricket in this country and make sure that everyone continues to look to follow Lions Cricket as we lead the way in many aspects of the game.
Talk to us about players and particularly development, because it's very important for a franchise like yours to have the levels where you know that even though you have players that are performing at the highest level, there are those that are coming through the ranks. How is that process or project going on?
Yeah, fantastic. If you look at Kwena Mapaki, he made his debut for Lions Cricket last weekend in PE. He's been absorbed into the SA20 setup, and he's going to go represent us at the Under-19 World Cup next year. We've got a very strong pipeline in both the men's and women's game. We had 6 Under-19 players selected in the SA Under-19 side for the World Cup next year. And many of our young players in the women's game, if you look at Refilwe Monsho and Kwena, they were both named CSA Under-19 Players of the Year, which we're really excited about. And certainly everything we're doing is making sure that our pipeline is from Cubs to Lion, is from grassroots to great. And that's what we're really striving for. So certainly our player base is strong, and we're making sure that, 1, we retain talent, 2, we attract talent, and 3, we create an environment that talent can perform at the highest level.
Fantastic. Jono, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for always making time to speak to us. Jono Leaf Wright, who is the CEO at Lions Cricket, just talking to us about their success having won the Sports Industry Award as the Sports Organization of the Year 2023.